the topic of systemic racism has kind of been on the front of everyone's mind recently, especially after George Floyd's death. Just what emotions have you guys felt the past couple of weeks as you continue to see just what's been going on in the country? Jonah, let's start with you.
Well, the first thought, comes to mind is just like kind of like a pain in your heart, seeing someone, lose their life to someone that they thought they could be protected from, and for how long it happened, it like all the factors that went into what happened is just awful. And the sad part is that this is not the first time, and it probably won't be the last time. It just feels, it makes me feel really bad to, live in a country where there's a possibility that I or Ty or anyone could really just be, kind of, abused by someone who's supposed to protect us.
Ty?
Yeah, I for sure agree with that. It's a little bit scary living in a country, where you kind of have to think twice about what you're doing, where you're saying to law enforcement and stuff like that. I feel like the oppression of the Black community has gone on for far too long. Martin Luther King stood for what he believed in and got killed. So, and here we are today still fighting for the same thing. So people are still dying. And, but, I feel like we're taking steps. We're having peaceful protests and stuff. Even out here in the Valley, I was super proud of, what the communities are doing to get on the right track and all this stuff.
What conversations have you guys had within your teams, within your families about what's been going on the past couple of months?
Well, immediately I texted in our group chat and I said, you guys got to stay safe, But, I think what, young people, Black males have to take away from this or, just anyone in general who's a person of color is that, not everyone's perfect. Like there's a lot of racism still. This isn't, like something that's going to pass in like 3 or 2 weeks. This is going to take a long time to get over. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to have to be put in place to get, over this hump and like get people to understand that, Black lives matter. It's not like a trend or like a hashtag. It's literally like Black lives, they matter. Like we're all in this together, obviously, And that's what, that's what everyone's got to take away from this, I think.
Yeah, the conversations that I've been had growing up a little bit in my house has been make sure you're respecting everybody, no matter who they are, if they're police officers, if they're, business owners, if they're just friends of family or whatever. There's no time or place that is, acceptable to be disrespectful. And that's, at this time, is extra. It's on 10 right now with the police officers and stuff like that. So if you get pulled over, there's certain protocol you have to do to make sure you're staying safe. And if you're at the protests and stuff, make sure you're being peaceful. And if people start making bad decisions and stuff, make sure you're either telling them to chill out. There's more important things than that. It's not the goal right now, or you're getting out of there, so you're not a part of the mess. So it's just really just all about respect, respecting law enforcement, respecting everybody, because at the end of the day, that's all we're asking for from everyone else too. So
you're both leaders on campus in the community, but who have you looked to in these past couple of weeks for guidance, for reassurance, for clarity? Ty, let's start with you.
I was actually really proud and really excited to see that our head coach at Oregon, Coach Cristobal, took action. He was one of the first people in the college sports world and sports world in general just to make a statement. And then like the next few days, he was out at a Black Lives Matter protest in Eugene, Oregon. So, he's been really obviously someone that I look up to in that sense. He's practicing what he preaches, obviously everything that he says. He lives by, and he's a really family orientated man, and he believes in all the equality and all that stuff. So he's definitely somebody that I look up to. Obviously, my dad and my family, people that I look up to as far as equality and making sure everyone's being treated equal. So yes, sir.
Coach Cristobal, it's like you see all these people show up at protests, and then you see your head coach, and it's like, oh, that's amazing. Like you got like a warm feeling in your heart because you got a good leader. and I was already confident that Coach Cristobal was the best leader in college football, and he's definitely the best, just person, I think, that I could have got for a head coach. And it was just so great to see him out there because he's putting himself at danger, obviously, and he's going out there and he's letting people know, like, his platform is so big, it definitely spreads that message so much wider by him going out there rather than him not. And that's just, you can't thank him enough because, with all this going on, we need everyone we can, right?
Coach Cristobal mentioned in his social media that he wanted to make sure that he was using his platform to cause a positive change. Obviously, it has made an impact on you guys already, just 1 or 2 weekends in with that. But there's been a lot of pain, a lot of confusion the past couple of weeks. But what positives, what sort of changes could you see coming out of this that could make our society better?
I'd say they're reopening a bunch of cases and stuff like that. Discrimination against people has, I feel like, gone down because it's more broadly known across the country. So all of the reopened cases and stuff like that, just because it's very popular right now, and the government and the judicial system feels like it's necessary to give justice to where justice is due. So very happy that justice is being given.
I definitely think one of the main improvements definitely is just like that we'll have in the future is just like a definite, like the sense of like how we walk down the street, we'll have like a normal family not pulling their kids away from some dude walking down the street because his skin's brown, right? I've seen that happen to me. Maybe it's happened to Ty. It's like those everyday things that might disappear because people are more comfortable to just be themselves around others. Might have to worry about this racial profiling that my parents, my mom has went through, my grandparents went through. Like it's just a lot of people went through, almost everyone. And it's like I hope in the future that we can really get away from that, and we can really treat everyone like normal people, because we all have red blood flowing through our veins. So